Ron Fez show, hanging out with you today till 3 o'clock, and just grooving a little bit. Big birthday today, Fez.
That's right, it is
Kellogg's birthday. Happy birthday to you, darling. And glad to see you getting your hair straightened. I don't know what it is. I feel so much more connected when I can see the Pal Talk girls. And I'm not saying that all I'm looking at in here is ugly guy faces all day, but that is basically it. That's all I get to look at all day. So this Pal Talk thing that they set back up to me, it's a window to the female world, Fezzy, and I need that from time to time.
Maybe I should get my hair straightened.
You really should. And that's back hair. I would really love to see how long it is when you let it go. Here's Paranoid on the Air Force. Perry, how are you, pal?
Hey, Ron Fez, long time no speak, my friends. How's it going?
Good. How's everything with you?
Not so good as usual. People are picking on me, and I'm getting tired of it, and I don't know what else to do. The message boards, they ban me. I'm not allowed to talk to anybody. I'm not allowed to post anything. You guys are my last resort to let me vent and get this out of my system.
What's going on, Perry?
I'm getting fucked with around the clock by that piece of shit Bobo, who everybody has their head up his ass. Nobody sees the real Bobo but me, and I got to take him down a peg, and I finally had it. And I know I'm probably going to lose my job. I'm probably going to get in trouble, but I no longer care. I just purchased Chris Benoit's house. I'm sweeping up the kids' blood. I'm trying to enjoy myself. This is the time of my life. I should be having a good time. And I got people, jealous bitches like Bobo, and everybody else on the message boards fucking with me, trying to piss on my parade, so now I'm coming back after everyone.
All right, Perry, I know for a fact that Bobo called here and said congratulations to Perry, and I wish you all the best.
And he can shove it up his ass because it was the biggest piece of shit I ever heard, because then he went on for 5 minutes to slam me. Congratulations. By the way, he's a dick. He does this. Everything out of his fucking mouth is a lie because he enjoys playing the victim. Oh, I'm so fucking depressed. I'm the victim. Feel sorry for me. I'm tired of Bobo. I want you guys to set it up. I don't care if it's this Friday. I don't care if it's tomorrow in the parking lot. I want to be put in a cage with this fucker. And Ron, you know, a lot of my shit is a bit. I'm having fun. I am dead serious. I will sign away everything. I will pay $5,000 to Bobo if he gets in a cage with me for 5 minutes. Anything goes. We fight to the death, and I'm not even fucking around at this point.
But, Perry, how could anybody not like Bobo? He's adorable. He plays the ukulele.
Because he's got you all blinded. He wants you to believe that, but then when he really has it in for someone out of jealousy, and his jealousy dates back to the WJFK sign days, oops, am I allowed to say that, or am I going to get fucking silenced from WJFK? You know, back then he blamed a certain producer of yours that, oh, he doesn't play my songs on the Ron and Fez because of paranoid. He's always had it in for me. He thinks his failure in life is because of me. He's obsessed with me.
I didn't know that this got this. I know that you guys started to have some heat a little while back, but I didn't know you felt this bad.
Yeah, and what he does is he puts on that stupid fake little hippie. I'm an artist. I'm a performance artist.
Well,
then
adorable.
show me some of your art and get in the fucking cage. Let's have it out once and for all, Bobo. You know you hate me. You couldn't wait to get on the fucking air last week and congratulate me and then tell the world how you hate me. Your fucking voice was quivering like a little bitch. You hate me, so quit fucking acting like you don't. Quit acting like you're innocent in all this, Bobo, and just bring it out. The truth will set you free. Get in the cage with me and let me knock the shit out of you once and for all.
Kellogg's hair looks fantastic. Fez, where do you stand on this one?
Well, I know Bobo could really use the 5Gs. I know he could use the money.
You don't want to see Bobo in a cage, and neither do I. Nobody wants to see these guys fight.
It's very odd because Bobo's always been just a sweetheart to me.
Yeah.
He has no issues with you folks. I mean, the only reason he exists is because of you guys, which is fine. But when he's got it in for me, he's jealous because, well, you know, the whole world's talking about me. I'm on the headlines of papers around the world. I'm making world news, as usual, like I have for the last 5 years, and nobody knows he exists except the people he has snowed, the people that he lies to. It's all an act. I know the real the whatever his fucking name is, the Perry wannabe.
All right, this is a real thing then between you guys.
If he was so sweet, where's his wife?
Well, you know, not everybody can stay married. I think we've all been through that.
I'll tell you where his wife is. She's right fucking here.
All right, that's.
And if he wants her, come get her.
All right. We do have Bobo on the other line. Bobo?
Hi, buddies.
Yeah.
Hi, buddies. I'm innocent. I'm a victim. Let me tell you something, Bobo, because you finally got the balls to call
Barry,
in.
You're just a loudmouth, and you're a bore, and everything you do sucks.
Don't cry,
What
Bobo.
about
I can hear your
pack
voice
your shit
quivering. I can hear you quivering already like your wife when I was fucking her in the ass,
All
Bobo.
right. Your miserable fucking life. You'll just hang yourself in a closet. Fuck you. Die.
Bobo.
Speaking of the closet, how's
Bobo. Oh, there he goes.
now go cry because the guy wants to be me so bad that he has to hook up with my ex-girlfriends just to get a taste of what it's like to be paranoid. Oh, I'm best friends with Cherrynoid now. Really, Bobo? Why don't you come clean on that, son? Oh, I'm best friends with Seranoid now. Really, Bobo? Like nobody knows what you're doing? You're trying to get to me by going through my exes because you can't get anyone on your own and you want to see what it's like to be me.
All right, so your problem is that every time you have an ex, Bobo becomes friends with her?
Yeah, isn't it funny? After I got rid of Cherrynoid, Bobo's everywhere posting pictures. Look who I'm friends with now. Look who I'm with now. Look who's writing songs with me. Now all of a sudden he's Seranoid's best friend. It's all he wants to be me so bad, and he can't. So the closest he can come to me is taking my leftovers.
So why don't you just let it go? Let it go, Perry.
Because I'm tired of it, man. This guy, like I said, this is the time of my life. I'm rolling. I'm having fun. This is a party, and this guy will not stop pissing on my parade, and I'm tired of turning the other cheek, because I have for 5 years. I could have put him out of his fucking misery years ago, but I didn't, out of respect to the idiots who like him and believe his shit, and to the other idiots who think he's something that he's not. I've spared him. I'm tired of it. I no longer have to spare anybody. I don't have to bite my tongue.
All right, do we have Bobo back on, Earl?
Yes, we do.
Okay, then that has to be written up, because I'm here in the other room and I can't see you guys. All right, Bobo.
Hi, what's up?
Well, we're trying to figure this out. You keep hanging out with his old girlfriends?
No, I mean, I knew Imp when he was going out with her. I used to IM her when she did her radio show.
All right, that's Cherrynoid?
I mean, we had a casual friendship.
Uh-huh.
Perry himself introduced me to Sarah when he had a party for her way back when we did the stuff at Thursday.
So you and Perry used to be good friends?
No, we weren't. I mean, we were people who hung in, the Ron and Fez circle.
Right.
We tolerated each other, I would say.
All right, so how do we...
It's that. It's just,
How do we squash this thing without fighting?
Huh?
How do we squash this thing without, being in a steel cage?
Well, I'm not sending out secret messages. I'm not doing any intentional stuff. That's just weirdness. I have no control over that. I mean, I just live my life and I do what I do. I'm not, I'm not trying to send secret messages.
All right, Perry, what drives you crazy by the fact that he sometimes hangs out with some of your exes?
Actually, they're my exes for a reason, so that doesn't bother me. And they need friends. What bothers me is the fact that he feels like he's getting to me. He's posting these pictures. Well, you never see, he's posting these pictures thinking it gets to me, and that's what gets to me, is that he's trying
Bobo, is that true? Are you trying to get to him?
No, it's absolutely not true. They're like souvenirs of events. I mean, the pictures of Imp that went up on my MySpace or whatever, they're pictures that another guy took and sent to me, and it's,
Hey, let me ask you something, liar.
I mean, I'm not... Why is posting a picture, once again, trying to send a secret message to somebody?
Let me ask you something, liar. Whenever you're done spewing your bullshit, let me ask you something. You say you don't have an issue...
I can say the same thing about you, Perry. You're just making propaganda, self-promoting, climbing on my back.
Yeah, because I need your I need the publicity you can give me, Bobo. I need you. Okay? You found me out.
8 MySpace friends that can back you up.
Ooh.
Hey, you know what, Bobo? You got 50 million MySpace friends. And at the end of the day, son...
without Brian, you fuck. You're nothing.
Hey, you got all your friends on MySpace, but at the end of the day, you're still in that house alone because your fucking wife and daughter don't even want to be associated with you.
Well, that's not fair.
Well,
your friends are the only ones on MySpace are the ones that don't really know you even fucking exist. And your little fucking costume friends over on the Guar ripoff show. Let me tell you something, Bobo. You're so full of shit.
You
called in
fucking jealous.
You called in to congratulate me.
You're insanely jealous. I called to
Explain your lies
congratulate
last
you,
week.
and Ron pushed some buttons, and I blew up. That's what happened. The initial intent of my call was to congratulate you because one guy wins, everybody wins.
Whoa.
That was
Ron
the whole
pushed your
intent.
buttons? What did Ron do? How did he push your buttons?
Bringing up
my name, right, motherfucker? Bringing up my name like all the other haters. Whenever I'm brought up on the show, it incites people.
No. It bores me.
It's so much that you couldn't fucking wait.
This is your
so much that you couldn't wait to call in, Bobo.
You're just
as usual, you couldn't wait to call in and be part of things.
You're a little carbon boy.
As long as you can call in 5 minutes after my name is brought up, you enjoy it, Bobo. Look, you're getting airtime again because of me.
Paranoid to camp. Radio camp. Oh, boy. That's going to be fun for a year.
Bobo, how's your daughter?
Renewal comes up. Eat shit.
All right, let's not... Perry, don't bring up his daughter. There he goes.
No, he should fucking kill himself and do his daughter the favor of embarrassing her anymore.
I was hoping that you guys would pull back together on this, but I don't see any common ground.
You don't think that fucking woman left him because her daughter's of age to have friends now and they got to look at an old 50-year-old man with a banjo with his dick in a banjo? That ain't embarrassing?
Perry.
And you come after me, motherfucker, with lies on the Ron and Fez show about, oh, well, me and Cherry are still working on music. Really? Because I was just talking to her, Bobo, and she says she hasn't talked to you in months. So that proves you're only doing shit to get to me, son. So you got Daddy's attention, and you're going to be sorry for it, because I will track you fucking down, and I'll put you in the cage if you're not willing to get in it yourself. I just need someone to build me a cage.
Bobo's not going to go in a cage.
Yeah, no one can get in a cage. Earl, no cages, all right? Friday night?
No cages.
Is Bobo back on again?
We got Bobo back.
How come you never write it up?
We do write it up.
How come I can't say it in here?
That I don't know. We got to look into that.
Okay. I like that. I like when you answer. It really feels good. Bobo.
Yes, sir.
Are you all right, pal?
Yeah, I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's all this, like, living in his head stuff. It's just delusion. I mean, what the hell am I supposed to do? I'm not supposed to live or be myself? Fuck that.
All right, good news. Fred from Brooklyn is here. And he says
I love Fred.
He's got a little something. How do you like him, Perry?
Fred rocks. He's a hair genius.
No, that's a different Fred.
Oh, well, then he sucks, and I want him in a cage. I don't care anymore.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
Yeah, you don't want that, Perry.
Where's Fred at?
Motherfucker.
Yeah. Bobo, are you really after his exes?
No.
All right, so you're just being friends, right?
I'm going to
believe me. First off, he couldn't get my exes. He's using them to piss me off. They don't want him.
I'm not.
It's like everybody else that likes Bobo. It's a fucking guilt trip.
I cannot believe that you actually think
They
that.
feel
That's
sorry
so
for him,
crazy.
so they pose with him.
Yeah.
It's like everybody
crazy.
else. It's a sympathy friend that he'll only have sympathy friends because people feel sorry for the guy.
By the way, I want all the Pal Talk girls to wave to Fred from Brooklyn because he's in here and he's just pointing and having fun with it. You've never seen that before, Fred?
No, I haven't.
Isn't it great?
I go on Pal Talk at home, but...
Oh, yeah?
You got some set up.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of sweeties here. So you're friends with these girls as well?
I know most of them.
Everybody loves Fred from Brooklyn. Fred, you hear these two old buddies fighting. How do you solve this?
If they're friends,
yeah,
they have to accept each other. There's always a little buddy in a relationship.
Right.
The Skipper and Gilligan.
Right.
Whatever it is. If Bobo's admires Perry and he just wants to... imitate him and go through life. That's fine.
Do you want to be Gilligan, Bobo?
No, and now I hate Fred. Fred, I hate him now.
You're kind of more like Wrong Way Feldman, but that's beside the point.
All right, here's somebody that might be able to help us. It's Mikey Background. Mikey.
Hey, what's up, buddies?
Yeah.
This just reminds me of the battle between George Harrison and Eric Clapton that you used to hear on Scott Muni's show in the 70s. Getting flashbacks.
Now, we remember what happened there. That's when Clapton took George Harrison's wife and then made a better song about her?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what happened. But I don't remember Harrison wanting to take Clapton into a cage. I don't recall that.
Those are different days. These are newer days. Yeah.
Harrison was a peaceful dude. I mean, he played the sitar. He was cool.
Now, when you go and play the song about his wife, though, Earl, Mikey, now, your wife doesn't like me, and yet you and I are able to put that aside and have our own relationship.
Ronnie, you and I have a connection that cannot be broken by anybody, but my wife does like you. I don't know where you get that from.
No, I get it from her. So here's the beauty of it. You guys have got to learn to do what me and Mikey Background have done and put the women on the side and have a buddy relationship, and then whatever happens with the women happens with the women.
Can we put the women on their backs? It's more comfortable.
Oh, jeez.
That's how it starts, Bobo.
That's what Perry is upset about.
I'd just like to see Bobo with a chick one time that isn't my ex-girlfriend that is willing to do anything with him.
Well, could you
that isn't a fucking mail-order bride goose.
Could you do something without the Patty Boyds of the world?
Yeah, I do all the time. What, should I take pictures and post them?
Yes.
Pictures of me with other women.
Anyone other than his exes.
Crazy Jen.
Yes, that would be great. Wait, now you're making Fez jealous.
He can have Crazy Jen. I'm willing to.
Yeah.
I got pictures with Fezzy's fiance. Anthony.
See what he does?
He does push buttons, doesn't he?
Now you're on Team Paranoid.
And he wonders why everybody's after him.
Yeah. Now I did notice this, Perry. You did lose HTG though. She's on. She's sided with Bobo, but Bobo's always like sweet and adorable.
I'm really worried about HTG. I'll tell you what, HTG. When I need you to defend me on CNN, I'll call you and make you work for me.
All right. Okay, boys.
I'm out of here.
All right. Mikey Background.
Yeah.
I hope we get to see you Friday night, buddy. If you're not busy with your band. Oh, do we lose him? When I go to start cutting people out. This big news here out of California. So a guy, I guess he breaks the code. He goes across the barrier. He's 22. She's 16. They get busted. Blah, blah, blah. Now, the California Supreme Court, I guess it is. I didn't even know. Each state has their own happy little Supreme Court. They said he does not have to register as a sex offender because it was only a blowjob. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Bill Clinton was always right. The Supreme Court of California has backed him up. Earl, I see you applauding. Was it for the Bill Clinton reason right off the bat?
Everybody loves Billy.
Yeah, but it still was sex.
Oh, of course, but everybody still loves Bill.
But according to this, they're saying you're not a sex offender. Basically saying you didn't have sex because it's just a beach. Fez, is a beach is it sex?
It's totally sex.
In your world, it's all you really have besides the cornholing. What about for you, Eastside Dave?
No, it's not sex. It's like a cruder version of kissing.
All right,
is a blowjob. That's all it is. It's mouth.
It's kissing with bad aim.
So it's really, for you, it's kissing, it's making out, except for the D's there. So you wouldn't take it as sex?
No, I would not.
Yeah.
No, it's
so. And you said, wait a minute, something seems weird. Did you have sex with him? She could honestly say to you, like Bill Clinton, no, I didn't.
I would fucking break her spinal cord if she said that. But
But you wouldn't know.
I would do that, though, if my girl was sucking a guy's elbow. It has nothing to do.
So you don't see the difference between an elbow and a penis?
Not really.
Yeah, okay.
The penis doesn't bend as easy.
Do me a favor, don't touch my elbow. Earl, where's your angle on this?
Oh, it's definitely sex.
Yeah. I think it's sex. It's not intercourse, but it is, in fact, sex. I don't even see how this comes up. So where the hell's the California Supreme Court? And also the 22-16 thing, it gets a little, hazy there, because some of the guys at that age are like fucking dorks anyway. They're like large babies, and some of the girls at 16, they're probably a little more advanced. So it's not the same as, 11. Or whatever, but still, and I don't even know about the whole sex offender thing, but I don't know where you get off saying it's not sex. 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. For you, it's a definite, though.
It's absolutely not sex, because sex is cock into a hole into penetration.
A mouth isn't a hole.
Okay. A mouth is more of like a crevice than, I'm talking...
It still involves insertion.
Are you saying an ass crack isn't a crevice? Is that where you're at right now?
See, when I think of sex...
It's the smelliest
of the
crevi.
Your thing is insertion, so rubbing up against. That's not sex for you. the old-fashioned dry hump.
No.
Or
No way.
let me just get the shaft wet, as we used to sometimes beg. Let me just get the base of the shaft wet as I rub against. For you, that's not sex.
It's still contact.
So any contact, a handshake, sex.
Any contact of a sexual organ.
Ass to ass, two people doing the bump.
Yeah, if it's like this guy, the 22-year-old and the underage girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sexual contact.
Doing the bump is contact.
Yeah.
Sexual contact.
Yes.
You are the only gay Amish person I've ever met in my life.
The only thing in sex is cock, pussy. I hate to say it, but that's the truth. That's the only.
So there's no such thing as gay sex.
No, that's a sin, but that's not sex.
It's not a myth.
A girl with a strap on doing another girl. That's not sex.
Well, because it's a cock and pussy, I guess
It's not a cock. It's a fucking piece of plastic. You're insane.
But when they catch sex offenders, generally they always get them on the oral. And they always consider it a sex
Right,
act.
or, you're sitting there with your finger in some child's ass. I'm sorry, that's a fucking sexual act, you fucking rapist. Here is Jeremy. Jeremy, you're on Ron Fez.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, if somebody gets a blowjob in the woods and no one's there to hear it, is it really sex?
It would really depend on who was on the other side. I mean, a fucking woodchuck? Where are you going with this? I'm having problems with you. Here's Boner. Boner, you're on the Ron Fez show.
Hey, Boner.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good, buddy.
I have a couple of lesbian friends of mine.
That's where we need to be, in the lesbian world here, because let's remember, there is no real penetration without help in the lesbian world, right? Unless
That's
it's
right.
tongue. Yeah.
They say that sex is any form of penetration.
Uh-huh,
whether
tongue.
it's mouth, pussy, or ass. So if a girl
And
has
tongue,
her
finger.
and another girl snatch, that's sex.
I gotta go
So
along
I
with the
guess
lesbian
we're
nation
about
here.
the sex.
Yeah.
That's what they say on Chasing Amy, too.
And you know what? When you have lesbian friends, you just constantly ask them about sexual things, too. Just trying to... Now, first of all, gay sex, to me, is quoting Chasing Amy. If you're at that point where you're ready to throw that out and use that as your move... Did you cry during that film?
Yeah, I did, a little bit.
What part?
Little bit. The first time she tells him that she's not straight, and then he's very sad. That was a shocking moment, and I was very upset. And then again later on, when they wanted to get back together and everyone, and there was no
Stop talking.
three-way. Okay.
All right, here is Fred. Fred, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, I miss Spankin' Dave.
Spankin' Dave was really the Dave who got things done. That's the odd thing. Nothing has happened since.
He'll be back at Easter for all the kids.
All right, hey, Dave, did I not hear you just a month ago say the words that you had fucked a blow-up doll, and
Exactly.
now you're saying that it's only penis and vagina that counts as sex?
I know.
Which was it?
Yes, you did say I fucked a blow-up.
Yeah, I said I fucked a blow-up doll. I didn't say I had sex with a blow-up doll. That's the difference.
So you're saying...
You can fuck a pillow. You could fuck a piece of cheese.
But you don't see masturbation as a form of sex?
No. How is that sex?
It's sex with yourself.
Not really, unless I had a vagina growing out of my back.
All right, that's saying that you...
Wow.
All right, what about this? You spank on somebody. You spank on a chick. That's not sex?
No, that's just a lewd activity.
Right, so if your chick would easily be able to say to you without lying, oh, we didn't have sex, even though she sat there doing a fucking puppy pant while the guy spanks all over her, and that isn't bothering you.
No,
and now her eyebrows are crusty.
She's yelling, baby's thirsty, baby's thirsty. He's running one all over, and that doesn't even bother you in the fucking slightest.
No, I would get bothered. Because I'm not necessarily bothered by just sex acts. If she looks at another man, I get
now
very
you're
angry.
fucking insane. Literally, now you're out of your mind. When you take it that far, your world is so oddly black and white, where nothing you do matters. And if she looks at someone, if she takes just a peek at some young brother walking down the street without his shirt on, you're suddenly freaking out and slapping her.
She's not allowed to watch Jack Nicholson movies anymore because she fucking loves Jack Nicholson more than like a Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt.
Force her to watch the Oscar stuff and see how elderly he is. You'll be fine with that now.
Capote.
Here's how old he is. He called Regis yesterday. Someday we should go to a ball game. He's going on like that. Here's the girly one. You're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
You know, I think what constitutes sex nowadays is, if you get caught or not. If you get caught, well, it's sex. or it wasn't sex, I should say. If you don't get caught, it's sex.
So keep it on the DL. Keep it on the down low.
Absolutely, man.
All right, thank you very much. A wise phrase there. Just really don't share. Anthony, you're on the Ron Fez show.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
Fez, of course you think that a blowjob is sexist because guys get the best blowjob.
How do you know that, Anthony? That's
From what rest stop did you do your research?
Yeah, that's I know that you wanted to put Fez down there, but you literally jumped in the hole with him. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Bill Clinton, I guess, was right. Earl is vindicated, and according to the state Supreme Court, California, a beach is not sex. You feel better about that, Earl? Were you one of those guys yelling, it's not sex?
No, I was just a big Bill fan.
Yeah.
And I was just like, hey, the guy needs some action,
Occasionally it feels good to be with a fat girl. What's the big deal? Yeah, I understand.
Cushy.
Yeah. Devon, you're on the Ron Fest show. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Devon.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Yeah.
Go ahead, pal.
I say, whether you're giving a girl oral, like eating her out, or you're getting blown, it's oral sex, any way you look at it. And from a guy's point of view, getting blown is better than having sex, because it's a lot less work.
I never saw it all as work anyway, but you were going to add something, Dave?
While he was talking, it made sense. If you have to just classify something as oral sex, then that's not sex. In other words...
Anal sex is not sex to you.
No, because it's not, because you have to put an adjective in front of the word sex.
All right, what if Fez hopped up, cornholed you? You would say, it's just another day. Nothing happened here. And this was not sex.
And I wouldn't have to register.
I would complain about being raped, but
you can't be raped without the fucking sex part taking place. That's what makes it a sex crime.
Mr. B,
yes.
The phrase anally raped. They don't say anally sex raped. They say anally raped.
When do they say anally raped?
They do say you
on
can.
Law and Order.
Yeah, they do say anally raped, but
I gotta start watching Law and Order more.
Here's Bob. Bob, you're on Ron Fez.
Hey, fellas, I want to say I miss Blue Man Fez.
Yeah.
But my girlfriend in high school let me fuck her in the ass because she wanted to keep her virginity.
Thank you.
Did she really keep her virginity?
Thank you very much. And this is where this whole thing comes from. Some younger girls attempting to do whatever they can do to keep that fucking sheet clean. That I've only had sex with 5 guys fucking gimmick that they all try to run back and forth.
It's an asterisk in the record book.
To me, it goes on the fucking list. It's on the fucking sheet all the way around.
No broken hymen, no sex. That's all.
What about for you? Did your hymen ever fucking break? You redheaded weirdo. All right, John wants to help us out here. John, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, John.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
If somebody's tossing my salad, is that sex?
To me, I say it is.
Can we just get clarification on tossing the salad? Because I've heard it a couple different ways, whereas tossing your salad can be like getting your butthole licked, for lack of a better word. Or
there are other words, by the way.
Well, or is tossing your salad getting a blowjob? Because I heard it that way.
I don't know where you're fucking hanging out downtown. I don't know what's going on. Fez is going to take you out for drinks and some fucking Valium after the show, and you guys can work it out from there.
Boy, did he go to a dumb prison.
Neil, you're on Ron and Fez. How you doing, pal?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, buddy.
I have a conundrum I need answered.
Go ahead.
If gay sex isn't sex, how can it be a sin?
True. How do you deal with that? Although there's a lot of sins that aren't sex. I'm going to help you out there.
I can't figure this one out.
Yeah.
Well, when they say it in the Bible, they actually don't say sex. I think they say, like, improper fornication. So
they don't fucking say that either.
They say when a man lays with a man.
Yeah, first of all, you have to remember no one had even heard of English. So the little wordplay that you fucking guys get going with your fantasy book is just that.
Fantasy book.
It's just fucking crazy talk.
Hey, I stand by. I've read the Bible. I went to 12 years of Catholic church. 12 years of Catholic school. And I stand by what I said. They never said gay sex. You know,
you can't lay next to a guy. 2 guys can't fucking lay down.
That's true.
Next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never fucking crashed out next to a buddy. That never happened in your life.
Not in the same bed.
You never been that fucking drunk.
Well, okay.
Thank you.
Say.
Thank you. I didn't say it's a sleepover. I'm saying you wake up in the morning, there's fucking bodies strewn all over this goddamn tweaker pad.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me alcohol was going to be involved.
Yes, it always is. First of all, there's no such thing as gay sex without alcohol. You've got to be fucked up. Hey, Mike. Mike, you're on Ron Fez. How you doing, buddy?
Real good. How you guys doing?
Yeah.
Hey, of course, Dave doesn't think a blowjob is sex because his girlfriend went down on a string.
Oh, boy. We're getting back to that again.
The 35-year-old.
Yeah. What happened there? Did you ever find out the details? You were broken up for how long?
4 months. 5. No, wait. Maybe 6.
Oh, geez. 6.
Didn't take her long.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she worked at a restaurant, and she knows my feelings of chefs. They're just the worst people on the earth. They're much worse than Hitler ever was. A chef is just terrible garbage. And so she was a waitress there, and she hooked up with a 35-year-old cook, which that is the part, chef.
Skilled chef.
That's the part that kills me.
That he was a chef. And what did she do with him exactly?
She said they did everything but sex.
See? She's trying to keep the fucking sheet clean.
She knows your language.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's quite bright now that I think about it.
Yes, and you're a fucking idiot.
I don't like to think about
that doesn't
day,
bother
Mr.
you.
B. That was
I
a
know.
very dark time.
Well, no, yeah, because she couldn't see with all those fucking balls in her face.
Chef balls. Chef ball RD.
At least the sheets still clean. At least the sheets still clean.
I don't like thinking of those type of moments.
I hope he at least made her dinner.
No, she said he was a scumbag. And I was never
No, she said he didn't wear a scumbag. What did
I could not be thinking of that, by the way.
What did he do that was so scumbagish? Rub it all over?
I believe he just kind of used her for a couple of those sessions and then blew off.
Well, yeah,
blew her
no,
off.
she blew.
Oh, man.
Why do you get so confused here?
Can we look at that website again that you were showing me? Because that's the only way I can take my mind off.
You'll break your Lent.
There's Hot Chefs in Love. Let me fucking get that. Let me get that for you. So she was with, Molto Mario for a couple of times.
He was a French chef, too, which is even worse because she's French. She was born in France.
Yeah, well, she Frenched.
She's
That's
Wolfgang
for sure.
Suck.
So, then the two French people hooking up. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Seething. USA all the way.
Hey, Corin, you're on Ron Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, according to Dave, apparently masturbation is just effing your hand.
Just a fist fuck.
Thank you, miss, because that's exactly what it is. It's just banging your hand.
What if someone else is there?
No, then they're
you have
observing you, watching you bang your hand.
First of all, let's suppose you're just saying it's nothing. If you fucking start jacking off walking through Central Park, past a bunch of kids, you have to you'll be arrested and be put up as a sex offender. That's a fucking sex crime, my friend.
But they say that because you're exposing a sex organ. You're not still having sex in public. You're just...
You're committing a sexual act in front of children.
All right, let me give you a...
Boy, I wish that was the last time I had to say that to him.
Hey, Timmy, you're on Ron Fez.
Hey, boys, how are you?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I got a question for Dave.
Yeah.
If oral and anal aren't sex, then how come you can still get a sexually transmitted disease?
From anal?
Yeah, from anal.
Or oral.
I've never heard of that oral thing.
You never heard of that? You never heard of herpes, you ginger-haired idiot?
Ginger.
Or AIDS? You are a sexual deviant. Go have sex with something made of rubber.
Seriously, you didn't know that gay people can pick up sexually transmitted diseases. And as far as you're concerned, they don't even have sex.
They should call it when gay people get something like that, just a different thing.
Oh, so what the rest of the world should do is fucking adjust to what your vocabulary is.
It should be A HIV because it's anal HIV.
That's not what the H stands for. Sex.
Well, you understand the way I'm talking, right, Mr. W?
No, you make no sense whatsoever.
Nobody's on your side here. Other than the fact that I'm sure some stupid people are backing you up 1,000,000%. Well, you know what I want to do? I want to meet the chef. I want to do a fucking show here called Meet the Chef, where we'll meet some of the brightest chefs in North Jersey.
You could bring Bourdain and the guy who put his nutsack in Claire's mouth. Great.
I didn't know it went that far. I had
said
no idea.
everything but the thing.
Hairy fucking nutsack in her mouth.
Yeah, she almost should tell me like I sucked him off, because now like I'm thinking he probably played like in her ear and stuff and just little things maybe.
Yeah. If he could come in and cook something in here while he's telling the story, I think it would be nice, like dinner and a movie.
Oh my God, no, he's not allowed here. Master Poe.
Do you ever have her floss again, just in case there's a fucking stray left somewhere in the teeth?
No, but
stray pube still in there somewhere. Where are you going, Earl? Earl, you cannot leave the show. That gross you out a little bit?
Very much so.
All right.
Before we have intercourse, she always has to brush her teeth twice, and I have to watch her.
You have to watch her brush?
Wash her.
Oh.
Wash her.
Hey, Joe. Joe, you're on Ron Fez. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's up, buddies?
Yeah.
Here's the deal. Can I ask you first, this girl that was 16, right, that she had sex with this 22-year-old, number one, in New York State, 17 in a day is legal, right?
Right. I don't know. I don't know the exact thing. Every state is a little different.
I study it. It's 17 in a day.
I'm sure you are.
Now, here's the deal. She goes out to a bar. She's got fake ID. She entices some 21, 22-year-old kid that's in there. He bangs her. Okay, well, he's a sex offender? No, I don't think so. I think the guy that's playing with little boys, that's the sex offender. You got to go after the priest. You got these priests in the church.
All right, at the same time, let's go through this. So if you're with an 11-year-old girl, that's not a sex offender.
No, it is, but we're talking 16. We're right on the line here.
There's the fucking line exists for a reason. So because if it was a gray zone, then you're going to go 15, 14, 13. You have to have a line. And I'll tell you the same thing. You are responsible, my friend. Same way if you have a bar, you serve a minor who has fake ID. Doesn't fucking matter. It's your fault.
The responsibility always lies with the adult.
So pretty much girls can do what they want.
Good point.
What are you talking about? Girls can do what they want.
He's right. Girls get free reign over everything.
Go ahead and speak again.
Banging at 12, for Christ's sakes.
So you're blaming this now on the children?
I think we should blame it on the chicken, because all the growth hormones that get these girls with big tits, and
Joe,
they're older than what they are.
All right, now you know how you were wondering what a fucking sex offender is? It's you. When you get around to blaming the children because of the size of their breast, or what they wear, or the fact that they're wearing perfume, that means you've got the mindset of a sex offender. Now, do you own a weapon of any kind?
I own lots of weapons.
Do me a favor, put one in your mouth, pull the trigger, and fucking stop it now. Just like if you were a werewolf, I would expect you to do the right thing, to put a fucking put a silver bullet in your heart and save that child that one day you will be blaming for walking past your trailer.
Save
Thanks,
the children.
866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. There's the fucking flag at all times, ladies and gentlemen. When that guy starts to come up with, what do you expect me to do? How you supposed to understand? That's the fucking mindset. That's the mindset. And as soon as he said, and you agreed with him, that the girls were to blame.
Girls can do anything they want.
They get free reign. The guy's completely right. They're maturing at so much more of a rapid rate that we definitely have to.
No, it's the fact that your fucking mind hasn't matured yet. You still have the fucking brain power of a toddler. You see something, you go toddling over and try to put it in your mouth. That's what the problem is right now. Butchie, you're on Fez.
Hey, all right. You know what? I want to ask Eastside Dave, that big French sweaty ball sack there. What did it taste like?
That's not funny.
Now you're taunting him.
Okay?
Now
That's
you're taunting
not
him.
funny.
At this point, we don't even know what she did.
I mean, French usually use very nice sauces and creams in their
he did.
cooking. So
he
I'm
put a fucking nice cream on it.
He whipped up a batch.
Yeah.
I could envision it having a pastry type taste to it.
Maybe she did. Maybe she just put it on her tits. You don't know at this time. Maybe she fucking showered in it.
And he's got it like one of those icing guns.
Now, does that bother you either way, the swallowing thing? Would you feel better if she didn't, or?
Oh, if she spit, I would almost be cool with it. I mean, it's basically like mouthwash, but if you swallow it, you're saying you want his little gumdrops in her. And I can't have that.
It already happened. It has nothing to do with you. You were out of the picture. You thought you were out on the fucking road meeting other women. You didn't know. No fucking woman wants to date a black light with fucking red hair. That's not what they're looking for. A glow-in-the-dark boyfriend.
I look fine.
I know you do. I know you do. I'm not saying that.
I'm going to change my look.
Don't take that the wrong way, what I said.
I'm dyeing my hair black.
That'll look good.
That's been going through my mind for like 2 weeks.
You're still pale. You're like Slim Goodbody. We can see your organs right through your skin.
All right, how about brown? I think I would look great in the fall, you know?
You're getting off fucking track here.
Okay.
You want to focus.
Sorry.
You want to focus at all times.
All right.
Here is Justin. Justin, you're on Fez.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Dave. Anything but cock and pussy is sodomy, not sex.
Yes. That's the word I was looking for, sir.
Yep,
that came from the Bible.
Sodomy, that's what the Bible says.
So you can't even do that with a woman if you're going to go by your Bible. You can't
And
get
the
a
laws
blowjob.
in most states.
Yeah, you can't get
Not
a blowjob.
that I don't.
Yeah. With how many guys have you been with? Here is Mark. Mark, you're on Fez.
Yeah, I kind of stole my thunder, but
No, go use your thunder.
So, doesn't sodomy murky the waters? Isn't that both anal sex?
Well, I'm sure it wouldn't murky the waters if you're in a clear pool. Yeah.
There is mud involved.
Yeah. Well, not always. Here is Skylar. You're on Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Hey, buddy.
I was calling in to let you know that the girl who took it in the butt to keep her sheet clean is actually really just backfiring herself. According to Webster's, losing your virginity consists of a penis penetrating your body.
Anyway,
what hole?
Even the mouth. So there you go. That is sex, my friend.
Webster, so wise.
You cannot be a virgin if you fucking sucked on a D.
Which edition of Webster's Dictionary was this, by the way?
The latest.
The sexy one.
I disagree.
Yeah, it was a new one by, I think, he put it out, actually.
All right, hold on. You disagree with Webster.
Yeah, because I look up all the terms in Webster's Dictionary.
Have you looked this up?
No, I mean...
Virginity. That's what you need to get on.
There was a term you missed, Eastside.
You would be acting like gay guys are forever virgins by your way of fucking doing it.
No, but sodomites is the word. Now that caller put it
so they're
clearly
still
in my head.
virgins.
They're sexual virgins, yes.
Yes. So gay guys, sexual virgins.
Sexual virgins and sodomites.
Richard Simmons, the virgin sodomite.
866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Here's George. George, you're on Fez.
Hey guys.
Hey buddy.
When that chef got done with West Side, he kicked it up a notch and gave her the old enema Lagasse. Bam.
Bam! Here is Aaron. Some of this might get on Dave's fucking nerves a little bit.
It hurts.
I know
personally.
It does. Well, that's why you got friends around you to take care of you.
Yeah, but
maybe it was just sodomy.
Oh God, Mr. B.
Now
you're not helping the matter.
I had a fucking uncle that was arrested for sodomy.
Yeah.
His lawyer got it back to walking too close. So here's what you got to do at all times. That's fucking Henny Youngman. That's Henny Youngman. But here's what I'm trying to say is you just can't go by legal things.
No, I mean, sex is, as we've long established, because if you just give a blowjob, you know, that doesn't matter. But also,
so you're not gay?
No, I'm not.
No, I'm saying if you give a blowjob, you're not even having sex, in your opinion.
No.
You're fucking... So you're not. A guy who gives another guy a blowjob is not gay.
Not really.
So when you go around saying you're not gay, how do we fucking know what you mean?
The proof is in your man pudding.
Also, and it would be interesting if the female perspective came in on this, but their emotions only go to cock and penis. I mean, cock and, and pussy.
I want to slow down. Start again. What's this again?
The female emotions, they only believe that they've had sex if it goes from cock and pussy. If they give head, they don't care.
Yeah, I know I know that's true of them. And that's what I'm trying to say here. Now, here's what I think we should do. You want to change your look, right?
Yes.
Let's grow the hair out. Okay. Fucking tease a little bit. Put on giant shoes. You walk outside. You start to please the kids as they're coming down. You hand out balloons, one after another. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Here's Aaron. Aaron, you're on Ron Fez. How are you, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think sex is any time any person, guy or girl, gets off. Anytime they come. That's a form of sex.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of girls don't come.
Yeah, Dan Westside's never had sex.
Is that right? You can't make her come?
I doubt it. She tells me, but I know she's lying. Whatever.
I got to agree with you there. There's no fucking possible way she can get turned on.
Thanks for your confidence.
I can't imagine she even gets slightly moist.
There might be one way. Try putting on a chef's hat.
The other day, even she actually even said it was a little dry today. Yeah. So I was very embarrassed by that.
The only way it's got to be doggy style while he's banging her from behind. She's reading a fucking cookbook, remembering on French cuisine.
Put a can of Chef Boyardee in front of her.
Here's Dan. Dan, you're on Ron Fez.
Yeah, what about that kid that was charged with sexual battery last week for giving another kid a titty twister?
Where was this at?
That is in Florida or some shit like that.
That fucking goes to show you. Down in Florida, anything can happen.
Well, Keith Olbermann had it on his countdown last week, so...
Yeah. Florida, the nut news that comes out of that long cock-shaped state is just beyond me. Every day. It used to be California, like, oh, what's the wacky California news? It's completely flipped to Florida now.
Now, it's Florida where it's just too hot for those people. They go quite insane, even this time of year. And the inbreeding doesn't help.
Damas, you're on Ron Fez.
Hello.
How are you, buddy?
All right. The whole thing about the anal sex, everybody keeps referring to it as sodomy, but sodomy is it's a forcible act. It's like a rape type deal. With consent, it's not sodomy. You can't refer to it as sodomy.
Well, for me personally, I can't imagine any other kind of sodomy but force, but that's me. That's me. I'm a little old school. So you're saying anytime someone gets sodomized, it's basically rape.
But if
it's never an invite.
Without somebody consenting to it and saying, "Oh yeah, sure, go ahead and do it."
Yeah.
Forcibly do it. That should be illegal. But to be in a bedroom with your girlfriend, you're sticking your cock in her ass, and she's all for it. There's nothing wrong with that. How is that illegal? That shouldn't be illegal.
I think it's still sodomy, though.
It's still considered sodomy. No one said whether it's illegal. Although most states sodomy is illegal. I don't know how often it's ever, brought up.
So
but
let's say I'm in bed with my girlfriend and
yeah.
we're having anal sex and the cops kick down my door. I can get arrested.
Yeah, you have got to remember that most of these laws, they're called blue laws, they were written in the old days when religion played a much bigger part in what went on with the legal system. Like the fucking divorce and cheating on each other used to be illegal at one time.
They always add a sodomy charge in cases of rape because it is illegal.
Right.
Well, technically on the books it's illegal, so they always add that charge.
Well, you're right. So if there is a rape, you throw in the sodomy.
You throw in the sodomy charge, and if anything else fails, they have the count of sodomy on there.
Does he have to put it back there for it to be sodomy?
It depends. It's either oral or anal.
Yeah.
They still consider that sodomy.
So when you're one of the things I hate about the rape stuff in the paper, they give away too much information. There's just fucking constant information in there. According to this, at least it looked like it didn't get in her ass. Oh, no, it did. Fucking reading it here. Turn the page. Looks like she took it in the ass, too. You know what I'm saying, Earl?
Yeah, they always, I think the Kobe case, they added... It's like, oh, he's charged with assault and this and that, and
right.
One count of sodomy. So we go, we know what happened there.
No, Kobe's case dropped, and it looks like America reloves him. Don't you think right now?
America is back. Just a short year. 1 year. It was just a year the other day when she dropped the charges and settled.
Yeah. What do you think, Dave? Back?
No, I don't agree with that. I think he's getting back on track, but there's still 50% of America despises him.
And they look like they're trying to build the Olympic team around him, though, where he is going to be the go-to guy. They didn't ask Allen Iverson out, and one of the reasons is because that would get in the way of Kobe's game a little bit, because this is going to be Team Kobe. Now, Kirby Puckett, who just passed away yesterday, he was caught up in the same kind of charges a couple years ago. Everything was dropped. And I don't think he had to bounce back that Kobe did. Maybe because Kobe was still playing.
Yeah, because he actually moved out of the Minnesota area, dropped contact with the team, and went to Arizona.
He should have did that the day he fucking retired. Is when he should have got out of Minnesota. I understand you got a fucking job, but the paycheck stopped coming. There's no reason to be hanging around there anymore. Do you think that got dropped for Kobe? Was he? For Puckett, was he back? He'd already went into the Hall of Fame and all.
I agree with you. I don't think Kirby Puckett, he would just be like a total angel right now, and it'd probably be a much larger news story than it is if he was just dragging a woman in the bathroom.
Some fucking crazy party story, yeah.
Dragging a lady in the bathroom.
It didn't seem like it was that big of a deal. He's all fucked up. He meets her at Bennigan's. He tries to pull her into the bathroom for a little sodomy. Next thing you know, everybody's pissed. But again, all the charges are dropped, just like they were with fucking Kobe. Now, I was one of the guys busted on Kobe, but the day that they dropped the charges, you gotta fucking say, let the brother go, right?
No, because Kobe is just an asshole. That's kind of commonly known, like especially around the league. Remember that he kind of sold out Shaq. He said that Shaq had extramarital affairs during his whole like rape thing. So he dimed out Shaq. He's not a stand-up guy. He comes.
So you're saying it's more than just the charges that were against him, even if that didn't happen, because he was probably the premier player in the league in terms of where the spotlight was sitting.
Well, the biggest charge as a player was that he was selfish and that he drove Phil Jackson out of town and he drove Shaq. He broke up they used to call it the triangle offense, but it was just the three-headed monster. It was Phil Jackson, Shaq, and Kobe, and everything revolved around them. And then all of a sudden he was perceived as, you know what, I can carry this team myself. And
I think he was more perceived just as a phony in that, he put on this facade that he was a great guy, but all the guys in the league knew that he was a scumbag, so that when the rape trial happened, it made it official. Oh, okay, this guy is a scumbag, and the rest of America
So you were
saw
disappointed.
That.
You were disappointed when the trial.
I want him to sail right down the river, or however the phrase
This is a call for you, Dave. Hi, you're on the Ron Fez show.
Yeah, this is Darren.
Yeah,
I think I know what the chef said after he was done.
Yeah.
No, go kill yourself, you twat. It was Frenchie.
Oh, it didn't even fucking make sense. Come on, if you're going to be over there and fucking screen call, set them up, my brother. Set them up, young Bronx Johnny. He should just went right with the impression first. Here's Amanda. Amanda, you're on Ron Fez.
Hey, I just wanted to say, he said, Dave, if he had sex, he'd have to call it clown sex, Ronald McDonald, motherfucker. Bye.
Come on, be kind to Dave.
I like her.
Yeah.
No. And how much of a curse is it that that's actually my real fucking last name, too?
McDonald?
Yeah.
Did you get that all the time growing up?
Oh, every time, yeah. And it made me just dominate people in sports.
Why get rid of it then? Let's stay with it. Ronald McDonald.
All right.
You never had a Happy Meal. They were all sad for you.
Because then I would take him out on the court and crush him. Boom. 12 years old, I was...
You know what I want to get you on this new TV show? I was watching it last night. Pros versus Joes. Have you seen it yet?
Yes, I would love to participate in that. I know.
No, they only ran the one episode?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, the one with Jerry Rice.
Premiered last night.
Yeah. So is it going to be different pros every time you come out?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I think
try to get you on that. Call Spike TV, and let's get the big man out there. He's always telling me, he's 389 fucking batting average. I fucking shoot the lights out on the court.
Yep.
He's everything but football, right? You never played football?
Never played football.
Yeah. Why? Catholic?
No, the high school that I went to didn't have a high school football team because a kid died in the 70s and they never brought it back up again.
How footloose.
I know.
Here's John. John, you're on Ron Fez.
Yeah, Dave.
Yes.
Hey, what's your sexual preference?
What do you mean, sir?
What do you prefer?
Clown or non-clown?
I like women, and my favorite position is doggy style.
Okay, that's your sexual preference.
What are you, a fucking playboy?
It's a little different. Okay?
Yeah.
If it's sexual preference, then it's sex. No matter what Fez does, it's sex. It's his sexual preference.
Okay.
Why am I used as the example?
Everyone assumes that you have more of a life than you do.
Hey, you're the easiest one there, Fez.
Yeah. Everyone assumes that you do something.
Well, quit assuming.
If they knew the actual truth, it would be worse, Fez. So let's go with this gimmick.
What happens when we assume?
Here's Eric. Eric, you're on Ron Fez.
Hey, guys. Let me ask you a question. Ron, Fez.
Go ahead. We're all here.
We all know our names.
Anything that arouses you sexually, okay, is related to sex, correct? So if you're with a woman, right, and you leave your wife at home and you're sexually aroused, okay, and then you play with yourself, was it cheating?
First of all, I don't even know if I believe in cheating. I think that whole thing is just forced upon us. I think whichever.
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Hold on. Barry White, the late Barry White,
God bless him.
had such an effect on women.
Right.
Okay. Would make any, millions of women wet over the time his career.
Yeah.
Was that? Should he be charged? Should he have been charged as a sexual offender?
Well, I don't know if it was offensive with the great Barry White.
Let's take one may not be offensive to the next.
All right, let's take a listen here and see if women are being turned on. But you're saying you're a little jealous of Jack Nicholson because of the effect he has on your fiancé.
In a way, you could look at Barry White as a human aphrodisiac.
Right.
And that's the way I would approach him. Although, of course, the own rules that I set up for the rest of America doesn't apply to myself because I'm a hypocritical bastard at time, and I won't let her watch Nicholson. But there's such a thing as aphrodisiacs. Food and humans even could be like that.
Yeah. Here is Pokey. Pokey, you're on Ron Fez.
Hey, I got a question for Captain Literal here.
Yeah.
If you're
a little too late, bro.
If you're in love with a chick, can you still hate fuck her?
If I'm in love with a chick, can I still what fuck her?
Can you still hate fuck a chick that you're in love with? Or do you have to hate her?
Yeah, well, what's a hate fuck?
In other words, being angry and doing it. And that answer is no, that's the fantasy that you bring in. See, every time that you have sex, you're not necessarily making love.
Right.
That whole making love thing, if you notice, is really fucking overdone. For how often people actually make love. Let's face it, with making love, who wants to? It's fucking as boring as like when you attempt to have the baby. That's the least fucking sexy sex you can possibly have.
Yeah.
Here is Charles. Charles, you're on Ron Fez.
Hey, fellas.
Yeah.
I just wondered, man, is 69 considered sex when you're 69 or maybe when you're 71 it?
71 is what, 2 extra digits?
No, it's 69 and you both got a finger up each other's ass.
Yeah, that's right. I went with the 2 extra digits, but thanks for being more blunt. Where are you on a 69?
No, that's not. That's really hardcore. I mean, just massively hardcore making out. But it's not.
Making out to the 10th power.
Yeah.
You are the fucking weirdest person I've ever met in my life.
It's extreme, Mr. B.
Dave, we were just making out.
With my cock. With his cock in my mouth.
What? Pull that for me. Would you isolate him saying that? Thank you very much. All right, here is Ed. Ed is a police officer, so he will give us the legal terms on what's going on. How you doing, Ed?
Hey, under Megan's law, we got to register these fucking guys under the New Jersey state law for sex offenders.
Yeah.
You got to hear them trying to justify their fucking actions when they did what they did. It's unfucking believable.
What kind of shit do they say?
Anything.
Yeah.
You say, oh, okay, when you're like fingerprinting them or whatever, when
right.
you move into your town. Oh, what'd you do? I had anal sex, oral sex with a fucking 10-year-old, a 12-year-old boy, my neighbor. Unbelievable. And they justify it like they fucking think they're...
Like the kid did something, like the victim did something.
Exactly. It's unfucking believable.
Now, what do you call that kind of thinking? Is it like the criminal mind when it's like that? When they believe they're in the right?
You just got to just like look over it and just treat them like a regular person. Because if you say anything, that
you can't get furious. You can't fight. You just act like they're telling you whatever. You're just filling it out.
You can't, because if, God forbid, you even give them a dirty look, they can get an internal affairs complaint on you.
I cannot tell you how tough it must be to be a cop. Everybody always sees the cop in the kind of aggressive role.
Yep.
But so many times that you got to sit there, you see a fucking horrible person. The problem is you got a gun on your hip. You got to make sure you restrain yourself from doing what...
anything off collar.
Yeah.
God forbid. It's ridiculous.
Like all the little remarks that they make on TV when they're arresting somebody, you can't do any of that shit.
No.
You can't act like, it'll be a long time before you see.
Videotaped or is on camera, so you're fucking screwed.
Yeah.
The job went down the shitter.
All right, thank you very much.
Later, bro.
Thank you. So, getting back to that thing, when the guy was blaming the kid, that is really a fucking form of insanity. That you're not seeing reality the way reality is right now. Sid Rosenberg, God bless him, calls us yesterday and is going, where were you guys when all this shit hit me? Where were you in O&A? And I'm like, I want to help you, but not fucking, not the way you think is help. 866 Ron Zero Fez, 866 Ron Zero Fez. Hey, Will, you're on Ron Fez.
Yeah, the guy was talking about hate fucking your chick. You can hate fuck a chick. Me and my bitch, we go around and around at least once a week, if not 3 times a month. And I'm talking around where shit's thrown, walls are broken, and I get done fighting with her, and we'll go in the bedroom and scrog, and I'll just completely have so much contempt for this whore in my fucking heart that I'll fucking pound her. And then about a day later, I'll get the fuck over it. Ramon, get Fezzy a cock!
Well, what he was trying to say there, I'm sorry about that, Fez.
Yeah, I don't get it.
What he was trying to say, there's a thin line between love and hate. That's the old fucking angle there. That woman that you're crazy about also drives you crazy.
Now I see the point, and there's absolutely, I don't like hate fuck as a term.
Yeah.
But there's definitely anger or dislike fucking.
With you and your chick?
Yeah.
What bring, because I don't know her as well as you do. Fez and I know her from Bar 9. Could not meet a nicer woman. There's not too many women I see as dedicated.
Right.
I mean, she looks at you like fucking Reagan's wife used to look at him. That stupid, gaping fucking mouth look like everything he says is poetry. What is she doing to drive you crazy other than chef cock?
Don't bite fingernails around me.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
And she bites and bites and bites. The whole Oscars. The little chipmunk. She sounds almost like a woodchuck.
So that drives you insane. You want to smack her.
Smack her, and then I say, you've been bad. I convince her to play Mario Kart so I can get my reward. But then I bang her real hard.
So she understands.
Yeah.
So she understands.
Yeah.
So she aggravates you. She annoys you.
The fingernail biting, she cleans too much vacuuming.
Now, you saying that, and Fez tells me you're a pen chewer.
He's always got a pen in his mouth, and it drives me nuts.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
I've given that up.
Since the ass pens started. Do you think you chewed on some ass?
No.
I know you have, because I've sat in here since the pens went in Norton's ass, and you've had them in your mouth.
But I always take them out of my book bag. I got pins.
Why are you chewing on a pen?
What's that? I'm very nervous.
We need to get you fucking bit.
I'm very nervous with this whole lack of spanking stuff. It's making me.
No, you were doing it before. You were doing it before. All right, the lunatic trucker wants to explain some military rules to us. How are you, sir? You're on the Ron Fez show.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
According to UCMJ, the definition of sodomy is anything other than the missionary position.
So even doggy style, you're going against the Bible. I've heard that too. That's why it's called the missionary position, because as the missionaries got around the world, they were offended to see the way some of the natives made love, standing up, girl on top. It brought in the devil into the world.
UCMJ is Uniform Code of Military Justice. All Army, Navy, Marines, all that. And anything other than missionary position is considered sodomy. Oral, all that shit.
There you have it. You're breaking all kinds of Bible rules there.
I doubt that's accurate, because if
that is accurate. Why do they call it the missionary position?
A girl on top, I'm sure there were some fat apostles, and if they did missionary, they would have crushed their chicks. So
the apostles did not have to follow a lot of the rules that are in the Bible now,
because they were busy writing the New Testament.
But if you're really, really large, usually the girl likes to go on top. So I'm sure there must have been
No one says it doesn't fucking happen. We're saying what your book says. That's what they mean by sodomy.
I'll read it tonight. I got it at home.
Yeah,
here's John. John, you're on Ron Fez.
Hey, how you doing there, Ronnie?
Yeah.
Hi, Miss Pussy Eating Fez. Listen, my girlfriend... You there, Ron?
Yeah, we're listening.
Oh, okay.
Bated breath.
My girlfriend, she can only come when you fuck her in the ass. You can't, nothing in the pussy. I mean, only in the ass.
Yeah, she doesn't have to look at you.
Having sex?
When you're with your girlfriend, you're saying he's not having sex with her?
No, he's not. He's anally ruining her for life.
Anally, not annually.
No, it happens once a year.
Oh.
That's the only time they're willing to do
Well,
it.
then that is sex, I guess.
Yeah. All right, here's Sean. Sean, you're on Ron Fez. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, how you doing, guys?
Yeah.
I'm working in Queens over here. I work at Con Edison. I'm over here.
Congratulations. I got my own radio fucking show.
About these little girls and stuff like that.
Yeah.
These guys are too hard on these sex offenders. I mean, sometimes I've gone out to bars and the clubs and stuff, and you see these little girls, and the 14 years old looks like 22 years old nowadays.
So what's your point?
Well, my point is that they're giving these sex offenders a hard time, giving them a bad rap that they're psychopaths and this and that.
Yes.
And I don't see what the big deal is. I mean, who's to say that the girl she'll lie to you about her age, and you have sex with her and have a great time, and then 2 days later you're getting handcuffed and arrested. And
Here's the thing. A little girl 5 years old may think she likes having sex, but you're the adult. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right. You can talk a child into anything, and they won't know the difference.
Well, but what I'm saying...
You can tell her you suck a dick, and probably tomorrow a pony will fucking appear under her pillow, and she'll do it fucking happily, but you're the lunatic, not her. She's a child.
Right, she's a child, but when you initially meet that person, are you supposed to ask for ID nowadays?
You...
The ice?
Yes, you would want to know that she's at least 18. That's all we're fucking asking of you. 18. This is not a difficult law. And the other part of it, here's what you're not understanding. To you, she might look like 22. To the rest of us, she might look like a little girl. You may not be seeing the world correctly, my friend, is what I'm saying to you, because you're seeing it everywhere.
Right, but I mean, I don't understand you. I hear what you're saying, but you have to understand, I know there's people out there who agree with me.
Yes, other psychotics.
Right, but you can walk down and you see a girl, say, wow, she's good looking.
Right.
And these girls nowadays, I don't know if it's in the food or what the hell is going on here, but they got big tits, they got nice asses, they're tall, they talk a good game, and to go up to a girl and be like, oh, can I have your ID first before I stick my dick in you?
Bro, you are on your way to fucking prison. I can see it a mile away. You're living in a fantasy world. You're living in a fantasy world.
This is the reality. This is reality.
Your reality, yes.
Every day.
And you know what? You can find other guys that agree with you. There's a fucking group called NAMBLA where they're all acting like, hey, why can't we have sex with children? So you'll find other fuckers that agree with you. But guess what? You're going to end up in jail with this fucking kind of thinking.
I totally disagree. I think you're totally wrong. Totally wrong.
About what? 14-year-old girls.
What is the problem with having? I mean, how can you tell nowadays? It's totally ludicrous.
When you can't tell the difference between a child and a woman by the way they talk, the way they act, the way they look, there's something not going right in your fucking brain, my brother.
14 years old is not a child, first of all. I can understand 12, 11, fine. But these 14-year-olds...
See, you have a cutoff date yourself. But I'm telling you right now, what you are seeing, you need to get to a fucking shrink and work this shit out because right now you're not in trouble. Unless it seems like maybe you defended something you already did.
Well, I'm not going to get into that right now.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. Nobody ever fucking thinks they're wrong when they're fucking crazy, when they're out doing these things. And you called here looking for somebody to back you up so you can feel better about yourself because you're nervous about what you did. Right?
I regret it, but it wasn't my fault what happened. I'm not going to get into it, but it wasn't.
Every fucking guy, you heard from the cop, they all say it wasn't their fault. I'm telling you right now, something's not right in your fucking brain that you think this is what everybody else sees.
Well, I mean, I live in Rockville Center. My name's Sean, and this is what I don't see how I'm wrong here. I had a couple of problems before in the past.
What kind of problems?
I just don't see.
What kind of problems?
I met a few young ladies on the internet, on my MySpace, and I met up with them, and things went sour. I had calls from parents and things like that.
How old are you, Sean?
Excuse me?
How old are you, buddy? How old are you?
Hello?
Yes, I'm right here.
Yes. What was the question?
How old are you?
26.
You're 26. These girls are under 18.
I found out afterwards they were.
Right. And you couldn't tell the difference.
I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell the difference.
What'd the parents say to you?
I I still live with my mother, so their parents talk to my parents, and everything got straightened out.
You're living. There's something fucking wrong with you. Okay, bro? You're going to have to work on this. No one who's 26 should have their parents talking to somebody else's parents about their problems. Now, if you got away with it this time because of what the other family, blah, 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 a fucking cop will come and arrest you. You'll go up in front of a jury of their peers, and they're all going to see you as a fucking maniac, bro.
Well, the last thing I'm going to say is that I don't see the harm in it. I'm not going to stop what I'm doing. If I get in trouble, I'll deal with it when it happens. What
you're going to do is go to prison, and then you're going to be in a fucking bunk next to a guy who thinks every time you burp, it means you're saying, please fuck me, because he's going to be a crazy person too. And that's where you don't want to be. You want to be where people that can help you, that your mind is fucked up, not fucking put you in a place where a fucking overgrown child like you is going to be just treated like a fucking sex toy. Stop it now.
So you're saying, where can I get help for something like this?
You got to get to a fucking shrink.
Do you guys have anybody you can refer me to?
What I'm going to do for you, bro, I'm going to put you on hold, all right? And Earl is going to try to fucking help you. We'll find out if there's anybody out there, because I guess you're on some kind of budget since you don't have your own money.
Well, I live on Mom. I have a RAV4. I work for Con Edison, but I'm still living at home. So.
You're still living at home. Your mom's still handling your problems. She doesn't think maybe there's something wrong with you?
It occurred to me in the past when these problems came that maybe I was doing something wrong, but I just don't see. I can't see clearly.
I know you can't see clearly.
I have a problem, I guess. I need help.
It sounds like a fucking problem. All right, Earl, I'm going to put him on hold with you, okay? Try to find, there's got to be some kind of services that if he's on a budget or whatever, he can go talk to someone and work some of this stuff out. Can you do that, Earl?
Yes.
Can I count on you, buddy?
Yes.
To take care of this guy?
Absolutely.
All right, Sean, hold on, all right?
All right, thank you.
Now, here's where you're going, Dave.
Holy mackerel.
That's fucking, in the terms of the hourglass, he's fucking 3 little sands away from you. Oh, because you're just as fucking nutty as him.
You're almost Shaun of the Dead here.
Well, until the end of the phone call, there were a couple points that I had to agree with.
That's what I'm worried about.
If they look like adults, it can get very confusing.
Will you not help him now that he's going to go fucking get someone?
All right. Okay.
When you have that little confusing thing, here's what you need to do, is just say, hey, you look kind of young. How old are you? We're not asking for the fucking world here.
But what if some states, it's like 18 to get a driver's license? What if she doesn't drive?
What if you say this to her? Hey, how old were you when Kurt Cobain died? And the minute she says who, you fucking get out of there.
I'll do that Cobain technique from now on.
Right,
because not everyone drives.
We're going to take a break. All right?
Okay.
I don't want you to sound as crazy as him. I might put you in a fucking group home with him. You and Sean together trying to figure shit out. We'll be right back in a few moments.
I was thinking about this last night as I sat alone in my apartment.
You do this rather than having a life? You sit back and have a thought that you just roll around on the floor with?
Yeah, basically, I wrestle with it, sure.
Let me guess. Fun things to put mayonnaise on.
No. No, that wasn't the question.
Where you could hide a muffin from your cardiologist.
No.
All right.
Low-fat muffin, by the way.
I'm going to turn over all the cards then. And just give up. What were you thinking about there, Bubba Louie?
All right, let's say someone was going to kill you. They're definitely going to kill you, right? But they give you this option.
Do you know something I don't know? Is somebody got it in for me?
No, this has nothing to do with you. This is hypothetical, as
I
they
feel
say.
like I'm back out in the yard, and all of a sudden I'm noticing that the other guy's trying to stay away.
So this guy's going to kill you. There's no doubt about it, but he does give you an option.
Yeah.
You could give up a stranger's life. Someone that you don't even know anywhere around the world could get killed instead of you. All right?
Uh-huh.
Now, let's say he says, or two strangers. How high would the number of strangers' lives have to go before you finally said, you know what, that's too many innocent lives, go ahead, kill me instead?
So how many lives would have to give up for mine before I started acting like a human being? I'm going to guess 1.
One?
Yeah.
Really?
Why would you say to this mysterious stranger of yours,
right,
kill this innocent person and not me?
Well, it's not even going to be anyone you know. It's just going to happen randomly somewhere in the world.
So basically, it's like I was up in a clock tower in Austin, Texas, picking off people, but they only look like little dots to me, or I'm flying over in a jet and just dropping a bomb out, and it's only hitting a guy on a bicycle.
Right, so, but you're saving your own life.
What life would I have? I am now a murderer.
Well, they're the ones actually doing the killing.
No, you did the killing. I mean, of course they did, but you have now gone along with the Nazis, and you're like, oh, take them, not me.
I'm surprised it's only one. I would have thought it would have had to get like to 25 or 50 for somebody to say, you know what? No, that's too many.
So you would be okay sitting in your office signing a paper that strangers would be killed. You could live with that.
If I was forced with a gun in my face and it was save my own life or kill someone that I didn't even know,
right?
I would kill someone I didn't know.
You could take a bullet and shoot them.
No, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Would you be able to rape a child to save your own life?
No, that seems bad.
But you would be able to kill a nice woman who's the mother of 7, as long as you yourself don't have to do it.
I would never know who it was that got killed. So I would never know that it was a mother of 7.
I'm telling you now, it's a mother of 7. And all the kids are going, where's mommy?
Well, why did you have to tell me?
Because so that you could start and feel like a human being. A man. A person walking the earth. A member of society. The society we call planet Earth.
See, I think it was just in human nature to give up someone's life to save yourself. Not to be, what's the word, courageous or valiant or whatever.
It's not being courageous or valiant. They are giving you the opportunity to join their access of evil. You want to be a good German, don't you, Fez? You don't want to be one of the Nazis. You don't want to be one of the people after the war going, hey, we didn't have a choice.
I see what you're saying. I understand that.
If you say, okay, go kill that other person, right?
Right, yes.
You're no longer Fez Whatley. You are someone else. Someone much darker than you've ever been before. You don't have your life. Your life wasn't spared. You're now somebody else.
Right.
Somebody who kills people to save themselves. And you don't know, maybe it's a 7-year-old kid.
Right. But if I would never know, then I might not have the guilt of who got killed.
I doubt very much you'd have the guilt if you went over there and hit him in the head with one axe. As long as Fez Whatley was safe. And I don't even think we'd have to spare your life.